Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of the creditrepairshop.com. You want to hear something crazy? Like this might sound unbelievable, but this has been happening. Uh, I get a live chat one time and I think, okay, it's an anomaly. This is not something that's going to be happening a lot. Then I get another one and I get another one and another one and another one and a whole bunch more. And I hadn't even done a video on it. I had it on my list, but I wanted to speed this up, and I'm going to do a more in-depth video later. But it's concerning the Cfpb. So now, just in case you don't know, it was huge, especially during the COVID time period, that a lot of credit repair companies were telling people to send in, ID theft and complaints to the Cfpb, and stuff was going to get erased off the reports. Not to say that that stuff wasn't working. We never did participate in any of that type of stuff unless it was true 100% issues with the account or ID theft, something like that. Not to just be disputing to do that to get stuff removed off of someone's report. Well, companies, companies are in business to make money. Companies are in business to, see what's going on with the landscape, on allowing their companies to be able to move forward. And when they start to see a wave of things happening in one direction, they're going to make adjustments. These companies are not, they're not stupid. They're not idiots. And, you got to do stuff the right way when dealing with them. So what we're starting to see, and I've had report after report after report from people who were making complaints to the Cfpb with accounts that were open. Like I don't even really understand that situation, but they were mainly doing it, I guess, because they had some negative information on the account, and they wanted to try to get that removed, which is a no. Don't do that. But they were utilizing the Cfpb because of, from what they tell me, I'm going to go off of what they tell me, watch other YouTube videos where they told them, hey, you want to either get something removed or even a portion of something that's negative on your credit reports removed on an open account. And they ended up doing it. And this is what has been reportedly happening. And you can even go to the Cfpb. All you have to do is type in, can they close my account without notifying me? Because you will see that they can do it. So what these companies have done, they're making this adjustment, is that they're closing. Long story short, they're closing accounts. It doesn't matter if it's a credit card account. It doesn't matter if it's a personal loan. It doesn't matter if it's an auto loan. They're closing the accounts. And some companies are saying, hey, you better keep paying us and take care of this. Other ones are like, cut off everything, even online access to individuals' accounts. I got a live chat waiting on the response on that, where they just totally cut off everything. No login screen available. Calling in, typing in their account number, no access to anything. And from other YouTube subscribers, what they've reported and what's been stated online on Cfpb is that the companies are like, I'm just done with it, and they're closing the accounts, and then they're just like, we're going to sue you. Like point blank. We're not going to play this back and forth game. We're not going to do any of this stuff that we had did during the national emergency. We are going to shut down your account, and we're going to hire a law firm, and we're going to sue you. And that's what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. So if this has happened to you, so this video is one of those, I want some communication back and forth, because what we do is we try to help people out of those situations. We try to get a resolution so you can move forward. And I don't think that anyone intentionally did anything. I think that what people were doing is a strategy that some people, it had worked in the past for some people, but we all know that gimmicks go away. Hard work is what it's going to take to repair your credit. Hard work is what it's going to take to beat a debt collector in a lawsuit. Hard work is going to take to do a good settlement in your favor when you're being sued by a debt collector, or by the original creditor. hard work. Nothing is impossible. You should not fear anything, but and not but, because but negates. And so you should not fear anything, and you should be willing to look at all of the different alternatives that are available to you and get some answers and make an educated decision on how you move forward. Because some of the times when you take the step in the wrong direction, like some of the people that contacted me, it's going to be hard to reverse that, because if they actually close out your account, an account that you probably got qualified with your credit, worked hard to make the payments on, and then if it's a vehicle, they're coming to take the vehicle, and you lose all of your equity that you had in the vehicle. And equity may not mean value in the vehicle, but the value to you with your transportation. I consider that equity also. You know, like somebody will say that they have a beater vehicle. Have you ever heard someone say that? I got a beater, but that beater gets you back and forth to work. So that's equity, that's value. And some of the times people don't understand, and it's not because they don't want to, it's because they're not aware, just not aware. So what I'm doing in this video, making you aware, be very careful about any complaints you make to the CFPB with any open accounts. And some of you may be saying, why would someone do it on open account? And that they get that from other videos stating that if you want to get certain negative information removed off your credit reports on open accounts, file a complaint with the CFPB and they will remove that portion. Well, what they're doing now, because of what had happened during COVID, national emergency shutdown, creditors, they're making adjustments. And what they're doing is they're closing accounts, in either telling people you better pay us with the payments, even though you don't have the benefit of the reporting, or what they're going to do is they're going to close it and they're going to submit to have you sued. They're going to hire an attorney and sue you in your area. So be very careful about that. And if you have any of those issues, just go to my website, thecreditrepairshop.com, type in the live chat any documents that you have. Tell me the whole story. Don't worry about, we don't share your information about what happened. You just tell us what happened upfront and honest upfront, and we will give you workable solutions. And you don't even have to, workable solutions can come in various ways from us. We give everyone information on what they can do all the time for free. We're going to straight up just tell you what you can do. If you want a more detailed consultation, you can pay for a more detail where we research everything about what you're facing and give you options. And then you can take it from there. Or if you're being sued, we can assist with the response, give it to you, so you at least have some sort of response, because you don't want to get default judgment, or you don't want to get judgment against you because you didn't have a response. And even before it even gets to that situation, let's just say that they close your account, you didn't know what was going on, you had filed that report because you had heard whatever on the internet. There are potential remedies that you can utilize to be able to either get the account reopened or a settlement on the account before it moves forward to go into a lawsuit. There's always, just think about it this way, there's going to be processes. There's always going to be a step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5 when it's coming from the creditor to a debt collector. There's going to be steps, processes that they take that gives you opportunity. But the blind spot for a lot of people is that they wait until they take you all the way to court, and then it's just dealing with it in the courts, where you have 3 parties instead of where it's just you and the creditor. All right, if you need help with your credit, please visit us, thecreditrepairshop.com. Watch the video, What Makes Us Different, so you can see my 8-point validation process, my 2-phase settlement process. If you need your credit reports and scores, go to the website, www.your3scores.com. Grab your TransUnion, Equifax, Experian credit reports and all 3 scores. If you have debt collectors coming after you, grab my 3-pack of letters. And these letters, if you're being sued, these are not the letters you need. If you have a debt collector sending you a demand letter, this is the letter that you need. If you have a original creditor sending you a demand letter through an attorney, these are the letters that you need. So statute of limitations letter for debt that's past the legal statute of limitations to collect, debt validation letter, and cease and desist collection activities letter. The cease and desist collection activities letter and debt validation letter are used in conjunction. The instructions are on there. Debt statute of limitations letter, you have no need to do any debt validation when a debt is past the legal statute of limitations. How do you know if the debt is past the legal statute of limitations? Get your credit reports. That's why it's important to get a credit report from a paid monitoring service. It could be the difference between you paying a debt collection that you didn't even have to pay because you didn't have all of the information. So some people say, well, why pay for a credit monitoring service? Well, number one, you're going to know everything all the time for all three. No one's going to be trying to sell you stuff constantly like the free report places do. And then number three is that if you have charge-offs on there, you're going to get to see when that last payment date was, because that's when the clock starts to tick for debt that is past the legal statute of limitations, and it's different for all the states. Some states are the same, but most states it's different. It varies. And you would not have to even pay 1 cent, do any debt validation or nothing when the debt is past the legal statute of limitations to collect. And yes, they can contact you, but there is no legal remedy for them to be able to come after you. People don't know this. Debt collection companies don't expect people to know it, so they end up contacting people, and you get into this back and forth, try to do a debt validation, sign a little contract for $1 or whatever it is, and you reset the debt. So be very careful with that. Links are above or below this video. Please post your questions and comments. Subscribe to the channel. Like this video, because when you like it, I help you. You like the video, you are actually helping other people. Thank you for your time. This is Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of thecreditrepairshop.com.